Alexis. It is going to be a very nice day, especially out on the island tomorrow. We will possibly be dealing with some fog just like this in the morning hours, but as the sun comes out, the clouds clear. Very similar to today, this fog should be clearing up as well. But for right now, we are continuing to see some visibilities like Rockport and up in Beeville. Those are continuing to drop as this fog is thickening and expanding down to our southwest into the coastal bend. So something to keep in mind as you are making your way out the door this morning. Temperatures right now a little bit warmer than we were yesterday at this point. We're in the upper 60s to low 70s instead of those lower 60s. Now also, unlike yesterday, we are going to be a little cooler. So instead of record high temperatures in the 90s and even triple digits, we're going to be topping out in the 80s across the area today. We're also going to notice our winds shifting to a more onshore direction instead of from the northeast. They'll eventually become more eastern and onshore, and by tonight, those winds are fully onshore out of the southeast. So that's going to bring more humidity back into the coastal bend, and these morning temperatures tomorrow in the low 60s, they're going to steadily be climbing up as we go throughout your weekend and into next week. So tomorrow, as I mentioned, a very similar forecast to today. We've got the morning clouds and fog and afternoon sunshine, high temperatures in the low 80s. Into Sunday, we see a little bit more sun, high temperatures go up, but with our winds starting to increase, so do those morning temperatures because of the humidity levels. Now, if you are making your way out to Barefoot Mardi Gras, it's going to be a gorgeous day. Thankfully, the winds don't pick up until Sunday, so there's not going to be too much sand blowing around tomorrow, hopefully. That parade kicks off around 11 o'clock. Make sure, though, that you do have your water bottle, your sunscreen, all those beach essentials, because it is still going to be quite warm tomorrow. Heading into the next several days, we continue to warm up as this high pressure shifts closer and closer to the Lone Star State. So by Tuesday, that is when we have our highest afternoon temperatures in the upper 80s to, again, low 90s. Now, as this low pressure system moves in from the Pacific, the difference between those two, and especially as that low gets closer to Texas, that is what's going to be cranking our wind speeds up. And again, those winds are onshore at that point, so that's going to be sending our humidity values up. So as we get into Monday and Sunday, that is when our winds start to pick up. They become breezy. But by Tuesday and Wednesday, especially into Thursday, though, those conditions turn to just more flat out windy with sustained values starting at 20 miles per hour and some gusts getting up to 35 to 40. So very windy as we head into next week. It is possible that the Weather Service tosses out some wind advisories similar to what we saw earlier in the middle part of this week. So today we start off with clouds and fog. We end up with sunshine and high temperatures in the 80s. So still by 10 degrees or so warmer than we should be for this time of year, but thankfully nowhere near as hot as we were yesterday. We're not setting any records in the coastal bend today. The clouds and fog come back in heading into tonight. Temperatures get into the 60s, the lower and mid 60s to start the weekend. Tomorrow is almost a copy and paste of today's forecast, but by Sunday and Monday, that weather, we start to get warmer, more humid and windy. All of that pretty much lasts through next week. John Thomas, Lexus.